Hi, everybody. Mike here. Welcome to Mike's Garage. I wanted to read another letter here. This one is from a guy I was in Fort Benning, Georgia with. Now, we had all been there 8, 10 months already and got to know each other really good. And like I say, it's not a matter of you see these guys at work, because you are with these guys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're brothers, okay? It's like living with a bunch of brothers. And that's how you get connected with people. People that have the same likes as you and the same things. You like to listen to the same kind of music. They all kind of gravitate towards each other in those kind of situations. And I had a nice group of friends there. You couldn't beat a nicer bunch of guys, in my opinion. Okay, my opinion. This is from February 16th, 1970. Okay. Now, I left Fort Benning right before Christmas. It was right after Christmas, I guess. And I went home for a 30-day leave before I went to Vietnam. So I was in Fort Benning for a year, then I went home for 30-day leave. Then I was sent to Vietnam in February. So what I did is a bunch of friends of mine, we decided, man, we're going to take a road trip. Okay, I'm not going to sit home for the whole leave. We went to Florida, and we did some crazy things down in Florida. I'll tell you those stories later. But this is from a really nice guy out in California named Wally Pelton. Now, Wally was the tool guy in Fort Benning, and you got the tools from him, the parts from him, anything you needed, he had it there on the shelf. Really a cool guy. Had a lot of nice stories. San Diego, I think he was from Southern California. It starts out with, hello again. Well, Mike, how's things going? Everything here is fine. There's not too much news from the old 818th. That's where I was in Fort Benning. Shipley, that's Mike Shipley from Texas. He was the one that had the car that we drove around in all the time. Now, what he used to do with the car, he used to disappear. I don't know where he went for 4 days. I don't know where he would go for 7 days, but he would just take off. Sometimes he would drive back to Texas to take care of something. Sometimes you would meet some other guys and they go on a little road trip together. But he had the car and he was gone most of the time. So he was gone for 7 days this time. He did luck out though. He came back, he got an Article 15, which was a slap on the wrist. It was a punishment, okay, that the local officer handed to you. All he got was Article 15, which is a fine, and maybe you get busted, you lose your stripe, which means a cut and pay. He got a $32 fine and 1 day of extra duty, which is really, that's nothing, you know. So then he got sent over to take the cook's job. Now, Cook was the driver who worked for the mess hall, and he was the one that went to the supply place with the 2.5-ton truck, the deuce and a half, loaded up with the food for a couple days and come back and unload it to the mess hall so they could cook us meals, okay? So that's what he got busted from the motor pool, being a mechanic. He got busted and he was sent over to be the driver for the mess hall. So that was pretty easy duty, you know. Well, you had to work every day. I guess 5 or 6 days a week you were driving around picking up and dropping off stuff, and you had to take care of the trash men would come, you had to put the trash out and do those kind of DRO, dining room orderly duties also. Okay, so you always worked at the mess hall. So more power to him. And I talked about the twins, the Moore twins from Missouri. Dan Moore got sent to Germany, which I was really surprised to hear that because they don't really separate twins. But Dan went to Germany. And speaking about people being sent other places, they're supposed to clean out Fort Benning. They're going to send 4,500 people and disperse them from Fort Benning. They were going to go to all the different bases all over: Vietnam, Germany, Guam, Okinawa, Korea, all the places. They were just going to start moving troops out and start rotating the troops on a more regular basis. You weren't allowed to go there and stay somewhere for 5 years, okay? They're going to start rotating the troops in and out of there. So Wally might wind up in Vietnam. We'll see what happens with that. And he did wind up in Vietnam. He actually came and saw me, 46th Engineers. He knew where I was because I was still writing at that time. He stopped in one day. We went down and had a beer. really lost touch with him too. I mean, it's you get home after you get out, you get home. You're so glad to be home. You see your old friends, you meet up with your old girlfriends and everything, and find a job, and you just lose touch with everybody. That was the saddest part. When you look back, I should have tried to keep in touch with these guys. So we did go to Florida. He says, "Hope you had a good time in Florida." He spent some money. He bought a Panasonic tape deck, which was that was the hot thing back then. And he says, "Well, if you're ever in California, stop down. I'll put you up for a while, and hope to see you. Keep the cards and letters coming." So that's from Wally. I got a little peace sign on the bottom there. Wally, if you're out there, appreciate you. The time I spent with you as a buddy is irreplaceable. I really do appreciate it. So that's another letter. Again, I had put my email address on some other videos. If you need it, send me a comment. I'll send it out to you. If not, once one of the other videos, you get it. Send me your stories. Let's read them. Let's let everybody share them. It's hard to put it in words on the comments, I'll be happy to try to do it justice here. Appreciate everybody. Take care now. Be safe out there.